hall. And Brahm, as you have been waiting outside the council chambers, there's a lot of shouting that's going on. Um, not Alina, not any voices you recognize. You know Alina's voice very well, but you there's a lot of shouting. When the council doors open briefly, there is a shout of surprise when the king of Dorenithil comes in. The guard he took with him is outside with you and the slightly blue-skinned male, and he takes a seat opposite of the robed figure that you are with right now. And the robed figure looks up from his book, and he turns to you, Brahm, and says, "Nice weather we're having, huh?"
Yes, hopefully not too much rain in the coming season. Good for the harvest.
Yeah. So, who are you with today?
Of course. Can you remind me, all the family, like the family names and stuff?
Yeah,
Where they're
they're
from and all that?
well, so it's the Rodell family. Alina is the main person you are guarding. She has two second cousins with her, um, named Robert and William, but Alina is the main person you are supposed to look after.
And where are they from?
They are all from Valido Leona. Um,
Okay.
Robert. Okay, and is that what you tell him?
Yes.
Okay. And he's I see. I am looking. King Jonah and I recently entered stepped onto the continent and came directly here. Um, and he calls to across the way, and you, sir. Well, it's very obvious where you're from, but nice weather we're having, huh? And the elf kind of looks at the robed man and looks at you, Brahm, and kind of just nods and shrugs and um, doesn't seem like he wants to converse with you at the moment.
All right. Could I chat to the red figure about life on Algor?
Yeah, definitely. He introduces himself as Aguilarian. He is a arcane advisor to King Jonah. Um, and he says, "Yeah, what would you like to know, my good friend, my friend?"
How does one gain passage to Algor?
Ah, see, there is a very lengthy citizenship process. If you just want to visit, normally we only let people under unusual circumstances. The last group to do so arrived about 20 years ago, and we haven't really let outsiders in since. Um, unless you are a personal friend of the king, or a personal friend of myself, or something of great importance is happening that we need outsider help, that's usually the only way you can gain passage into Al Gore.
Well, sir, if you ever need a great entertainer, I'm your man.
I will keep that in mind. What do you play?
I am very proficient in many instruments, but most specifically the lute and the flute.
No trombones?
Sadly, I do not associate with members of the trombone family.
I see. Well, I'll keep you in mind. Are you good at anything else, in particular?
Yes, if you're looking for a story, I can tell one indeed, as
Mm.
well as devise some of the most clever and witty poems the realm has seen in a good, decent time.
You are quite confident in your abilities.
Of course, I am very good at what I do.
I see. Well, I'll keep that in mind if the situation arises. And, but he continues to chat with you about, small things. Anything you want, like if you ask about Al Gore in particular, he, chats with you saying, we do this way, we do this that way. The biggest rumor to come out of Al Gore Brahm, and easily many people know this, that Al Gore holds more mithril, or is rumored to hold more mithril than Ironfast. Um, you're not sure if this is true. You can ask Algalarian if you want. But that is what people say, and that's why they keep it so secretly locked up. Um, but yeah. Razor, you are outside. You have noticed that small platoon of Sapphire Guard, and they're just kind of hanging out outside of the temple with you, Gal, and for some reason, a weird tiefling with his friend who looks like he's part of the Wingfall militia, because why are they here? Um, One of the guard makes his way to Akros. You there?
Yep.
And he asks you, "What are you doing here?" And he kind of he's kind of looking down his nose at you, by the way.
Well, I was told to be here to protect the realm from, bandits, thieves, anything that,
I
and then
see,
start kind of slowly backing up.
and you think thieves and bandits would be dire rats, yes, and you think thieves and bandits would be here?
I mean, of course. I mean, I saw a lot of people that looked important that, probably have a lot of money.
Do
Like
you
that one
even
guy
know
that was
what's
kind of like a minor noble that was entering. I don't know. People were making a big deal about him, but he didn't look too important to me, but I don't know. And I don't know. And then I just slowly kind of back up and get behind Henry.
And Henry's like, we don't want any trouble, sir. And actually, Razor and Gal, could you roll me perception to see if you start seeing this, or if you see this? Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Wonderful rolls, people. Wonderful, wonderful rolls. Um, so you don't see this. Yeah, and yeah, this building, it's beautiful. I mean, look at the columns.
I'm studying my mall.
Yeah, I mean, this is very, very good stone craftsmanship, Gal. I mean, seriously. And then so the Sapphire guard looks at Henry and says, "I don't think you two should be here. And I think you should leave."
Sir, I'm a member of the Wingfall militia, as is my companion here, Henry.
And the guard kind of smirks at that. Uh-huh.
And we are very capable warriors that were entrusted to guard this city. I know you're some special guard that, is above me, but I could strike you down right here.
Oh, really? He says.
Yeah, really?
Okay. Roll me an intimidation for that.
Okay.
If that is what you want to do.
Yeah, I'll intimidate him.
Okay.
I won't actually strike him down, but yeah, let's see here.
I am a mighty warrior.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so instead of coming out like that, he says, I do believe it is time for you to leave. And he raises his weapon.
Okay, Henry, time to go.
Can we do another perception check?
Yes,
then?
you may get another perception check at this point. Razor, thank God. You look over, like you are admiring like these grounds and the training grounds and the barracks, and then all of a sudden you for some reason you get kind of an itch on the back of your head, and you're scratching it, and you turn and you see one of the Sapphire Guard about to strike one of the members of the Wingfall militia. From what you saw, you know, the militiamen did not look like, you know, their weapons are not drawn. Are you going to do anything?
I'm going to just step over there.
Okay.
Clear my throat, sort of like that.
And the guard turns in your direction and says, "What do you want, Dragonborn?"
And I'm going to say, have some respect and sheath your weapon.
Okay. Is that a persuasion you're trying to attempt?
Nope. Intimidation.
Okay, let's go for that. Oh, wow. Nice. Let's roll some insight. Okay. Alright, so he sheaths his weapon, and he looks at you, Akros and Henry, and he says, I'll be keeping an eye on you. And he kind of backs off.
Wait, just one eye? You only have one eye?
He's like, I am not going to grace that with this response. And he walks away back to his platoon.
So I turn to Razor, say, "Thank you, sir. We're just trying to do our jobs here. I don't know what he was talking about."
And I'm gonna look at you and say, "Behave yourself and have some respect here." And go back to where I was standing.
Okay.
Okay, so about 20 minutes passed, and then a large explosion, the sound of an explosion, Brom, comes from the chambers. And you, Aguilarian, and the people outside the temple can hear this. Actually, Demi and Winno will have to roll perception checks to see if they can hear it, because the council chamber is enclosed. I have to check if the force actually blows any holes open. One sec.
Am I dead?
Okay, and oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you two, you definitely heard that. You hear an explosion when you turn your gaze to the main temple. There is a small billow of smoke that's coming out of it. Brom, I need you to make a dexterity check for me, I don't know where you were standing at this point, but if you were near Aguilarian, the doors of the council chambers has blown open, ripping them off your hinges. The guards, actually, let me roll saves for them. Nope. No. The guards are pretty much crushed under the weight of these stone doors. All right, you save, so you will only take 7 points of damage. Aguilarian will take the 14, and the Sapphire Guard will also take the 7. As these stone doors are just flung open, and Razor, Akros, Brom, everybody outside hears this, and the Sapphire Guard immediately start rushing in. A lot of the militia that have been posted around the tents, the inns, the fence, look up, and some people are panicking. Some people are rushing towards the council chamber.
I'd like to draw my short bow and rush in.
All right, so you're
I'm drawing my great sword and rushing in.
all right.
I'm looking for my lady specifically.
Okay. Winno, you see this, and and the child that you were looking. Do you stay in the tent, or do you just go outside to see what's happening?
When I hear the explosion, I think I grab my bag. I look at the girl and say, "Wait in here," and then I rush out.
Okay, and you see this billow of smoke coming from the building is still intact, but it's like if the roof in that part of the chamber caved in, and then you see the smoke coming emitting from that. Merchant, are you going to do anything, or are you going to watch what everyone else is doing?
Oh, naturally, there's a little disaster going on. I'm gonna grab a couple of my trombones and see if I can do anything, you know?
Okay, with trombones.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. You notice
I
that.
run for the gate.
Okay, awesome. You notice that Pip, old as she is, you see her she points to the child. She points away, and the child kind of nods and starts sprinting off into the distance. And Pip herself starts making her way towards the main temple, with a large portion of the guard, and the members of the Church of Pelor, a lot of them who are resting, start streaming out of the barracks, trying to get inside. Brom, hold on, I have to. Oh shit! 1 second. I'll be right back.
Guys, I'm almost dead.
I'm honestly surprised you survived that.
Oh,
I know that's more than my health.
I think we have a healer, right? We have a druid.
Wait, how much damage did you take?
7.
Okay. Wow.
I would be at 1 HP right now.
Yeah, that's pretty hefty for first level.
I
Yeah.
thought someone took 14 damage.
Yeah, that poor guard next to me.
That would have one-shotted me.
Yeah,
Don't you just love level 1?
I know, right?
I wonder if my perception check heard that.
Fucking hell, the wall, no. All my attention's now there.
Well, anyway, I'm a druid, so I can heal you. I'm probably
Yeah.
running up there to try to heal people, so I hope I find you first.
I guess I could heal myself, but I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Sin, we weren't talking about you behind your back.
Oh yeah, seriously. I mean, that's why my ears are burning. Okay. All right, Brom. When you enter the chamber, there is a giant, so to speak, rift that has opened in the chamber. It's not sucking things in, but it looks kind of like a portal. You can see a land in there, of rocky terrain, but there is nobody in the chamber at this point in time.
Everyone's been sucked into the rift, I'm assuming.
It looks that way. Your lady is not there. Nobody is in there right now. And nobody's stopping anybody from coming into the chamber. So Gal, Razor, Akros, anybody who was rushing there will get there momentarily. Nobody is stopping you guys from doing anything.
Is the robed man that was sitting next to me, what is he doing?
Aguilarian is looking into the portal and he says, "Well, I do believe my king is in there. Shall we?"
How about you first?
On my way in,
Okay.
you said the door blew off?
The door blew off, and those. By the way, there's 2 guards being crushed under stone doors, Brom.
Oh.
And,
Are they dead?
They look like they don't have movement in their legs, but they're still they're kind of screaming in pain.
Fuck it. I want to go over and make medicine checks. I want to stabilize these guys.
Okay. Aguilarian will also make a medicine check too, to help the other one. The Sapphire Guard is a little rattled, but he goes over and tries to assist you, Brom, if you need it. He'll allow you to. He's trying to assist you. So assisting is a plus. No, it was +2 and 4. I think it's advantage now. So. Go ahead and roll that. All right, you didn't need it. You stabilize him. Aguilarian does the same with his guy, by just opening his mouth and pouring a healing potion down his throat. Gal, at this point, you, Razor, Akros, you are at the scene. You see a human and a elf trying to assist one of the guards who's been crushed underneath the door. A robed figure is also helping the other guard, and that's the and inside through the doors. Well, through where the doors were, you see a bluish rift with a landscape on the other side. Like I said, there you can take a quick look around the room, and there is nobody in there right now.
I pick the door up.
Okay. I will say you can't lift it overhead, but you pick the door up enough to have the other two maybe pull the guard out.
Okay.
All right. So you take one end of the door, you lift it up a little bit, and Brahm and the Sapphire guard can drag the poor fellow that has been, his legs look like they've been crushed to, like, there's blood everywhere. You've stabilized him for now, but it's probably going to be a while until this dude walks again. Same with Aguilarian's guy. Razor and Akros and Henry all see this scene, and unless you guys want to help or maybe look into the council room, whatever. What are you guys doing, by the way? So, Razor, what are you doing?
I'm going to immediately just ignore the guards on the floor and go straight into the room.
All right, you go straight into your room. There's this huge portal with a rocky landscape on the other side. And Akros, what are you doing?
I say, finally some excitement, Henry, and then I just go running into the room.
And then Henry's like, dude, wait! Okay, whatever. And he kind of just walks quickly behind you.
Okay.
At this moment, Winnell and Merchant and Pip have all gotten through the foyer, and you guys are pretty much at this scene of door crushing, entrance rift inside council room, whatever. Merchant, what are you doing?
I'm just chilling, taking a look around.
All right. There's debris everywhere. There's no fire, but whatever caused the explosion has died off. Other than the giant rift that's in the center of the council room. Winnell, you are there, and there is a familiar-looking tiefling that's standing there, and he said, "Well, didn't think this kind of shit would happen this soon, huh? Right, Aguilarian?" And Tester kind of looks at the robed figure, and the robed figure looks at Tester. It's like, "Oh shit," and he sighs. And Pip just looks into the room and says, crap baskets. So let's see. Merchant is chilling. Gal, you lifted the door, so that's all set. Brahm, you had performed a medicine check. Winnell, what are you doing?
I will walk up and run to the guard with crushed legs that didn't get really healed. Try to heal him, I think.
Okay. You can tend to him. You probably have a couple healing potions from the healer's tent just in case. Well, not in an emergency like this, but in an emergency where somebody would need healing. So I'll say you have a couple of those on you right now if you want to administer them.
Yeah.
Okay, and all right. So, Fraser, what are you up to?
I'm gonna go to this portal and just examine it for a minute.
All right. Do you have knowledge Arcana?
Not Arcana.
All right. Give me a intelligence roll then.
Oh, lovely. This is gonna result badly.
Okay. It looks like it goes to... You're not sure. It could be another dimension. You can't really tell about the landscape behind it. You're not sure where that is. It's a portal to somewhere. That's it. But the force... But it's a weird portal because... usually in the past, when you have heard of teleportation, of gates going somewhere, they're usually not this big in the stories you've heard.
Mm.
Gal, once you have lifted the door, where are you up to?
I take a quick scan around the room. Do I see the person I was here with?
Yes. You do.
The
Gwendolyn?
girl.
Oh, Gwendolyn's
Yeah.
not there.
Okay. I turn to my squire and I tell him to stay and report back to I forgot the name of the capital, but the place in
Nortec?
Iron
Yeah.
Fist.
Kilgrad
Yeah,
says,
Nortec.
of course, sir.
Yeah.
Where are you going in there?
Yes, I am. I ready to get my maul and I'm charging through.
All right. All right. So you just there's nothing there's nothing in between here and the portal and the other side. So you just charge straight through.
That's correct.
We'll get to you in a second. Agros, Henry is like, um, what should we do?
I'm like, okay, Henry, you've been a good friend, but the militia, it's not for me. I need more adventure in my life. And then I just go charging through and draw my greatsword and
Okay.
go through the portal.
Excellent. Brom?
What is the roadman doing at this point?
He is, he's kind of brushing himself off and he's looking at the portal and he says, well, this is very fascinating. It seems to be and I'll roll his Arcana check, which is really good. He says, this is a gate, which has been pumped, which has power that has been, so to speak, there's an outside source empowering this gate, allowing it to stay up for so long. This is quite fascinating, he says. And he kind of just doesn't look very, he doesn't seem very concerned about his king or what has just happened. He's just studying the portal in great earnest. It's been here for over a minute. This is whoever's doing this, it's probably quite powerful, or whatever device they use is probably quite powerful. Brom, are you going to say anything to him?
Do you have any idea where it goes to?
Let me see. No idea whatsoever.
Are you worried about your king?
He could take care of himself.
Oh, should I be worried about my lady?
Probably.
All right.
I'll be with you in a second. You just go on. I'm gonna study this thing a little further, and then I'll be right behind you.
I don't know if I trust him. Can I persuade him to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Nice.
After you, sir.
And he's gonna roll. He's like, hi, I suppose we should go rescue our charges, I suppose. And he kind of just straightens up his robes, adjusts his circlet piece and just strides right into the portal.
All right, I follow him.
All right.